The clock was ticking down. Suitcases were metaphorically packed. Dani Ceballos, a player frozen out at Real Madrid for months, stood on the brink of a fresh start. A loan move to Marseille that had crossed every T and dotted every I. Documents were ready, the club had agreed, the French side was prepared to welcome him. This wasn't idle gossip. This was a done deal, mere hours from completion. Then, without warning, it imploded. Not because Real Madrid changed their mind, not due to a failed medical, but because Ceballos himself detonated the entire operation with a single staggering demand. An extra €500,000 in commissions tacked on at the absolute last second. Imagine the scene, Marseille's executives staring at their phones, disbelief turning to fury as they realised the player they were rescuing from Madrid's bench was now holding their deal hostage for personal gain. This wasn't negotiation. It was self-sabotage on a scale that rewrites the playbook on transfer window madness. And the chilling truth, Ceballos didn't just lose his escape route, he torched it while standing on the only lifeboat available. Why would a player in his position, desperate for minutes after being deemed surplus by Xabi Alonso, risk everything for a short-term cash injection? The answer lies in the brutal economics of football's underbelly. Agents and players often seek completion bonuses or extra fees as deals close, but demanding them after terms are finalised when the club believes it's all settled is a nuclear option. Marseille, a club operating with strict financial parameters, saw it for what it was, a breach of trust, a sign the players' priorities were misaligned. They walked away instantly. No second chances, no room for debate. The deal wasn't just off, it was buried. And Ceballos, left stranded in Madrid, suddenly found himself in a far worse position than when the saga began. Just days earlier, there had been a glimmer of hope. A substitute appearance against Mallorca under Alonso, suggesting the manager might be willing to integrate fringe players amid a mounting injury crisis. With Jude Bellingham sidelined long-term and the midfield stretched thin, Ceballos was actually on the cusp of relevance. But by demanding that extra $500,000, he didn't just reject a lifeline. He signalled to Alonso and Madrid's hierarchy that his loyalty had a price tag higher than the club's patience. In one impulsive move, he transformed from a potential solution to a problem they no longer needed to solve. The irony here is almost poetic. Real Madrid, a club that prides itself on ruthless professionalism, narrowly avoided acquiring a reputation for tolerating such last-minute extortion. Had Ceballos gotten his way, it would have set a dangerous precedent, inviting similar demands from other players in future deals. By collapsing the move, Marseille inadvertently did Madrid a favour, preserving the club's negotiating integrity, yet for Ceballos, the fallout is immediate and severe. His standing at the Bernabeu, already fragile, has now cratered. Teammates and staff see a player who prioritised a quick Euro over the chance to revive his career. Social media erupted with criticism, labelling the move career suicide and the ultimate own goal. Even sympathetic fans questioned his judgment. When your starting spot is in jeopardy, you don't hold a gun to the head of the club offering you salvation. But football, as we know, is rarely linear. Just as Ceballos' future seemed darkest, fate intervened. Bellingham's extended absence, coupled with Eduardo Camavinga's persistent knocks, has left Madrid's engine room critically undermanned. Alonso, a manager known for rewarding professionalism in training, now faces a dilemma. Does he risk turning to a player who just tried to burn his bridges? Or does he see this as Ceballos' final warning, a chance to prove his commitment when the team needs him most? The next 4 months could redefine everything. If Ceballos silences the critics with relentless work, ethic and clutch performances in limited minutes, he might just earn a stay of execution. But if he sulks, if he broadcasts his discontent, he'll confirm every negative assumption. This isn't just about one failed transfer. It's a masterclass in how quickly opportunity can vanish when ego overrides opportunity. For Marseille, the collapse is a frustrating detour, but not a disaster. They'll redirect their search, likely targeting a less volatile profile. For Real Madrid, it's a stark reminder of the fine line between squad depth and crisis, especially when injuries strike at the worst possible moment. And for Dani Ceballos, he's now living football's ultimate paradox. stranded at a giant club with no clear path forward, yet simultaneously holding a potential key to its survival. The message is clear. In an era where clubs wield unprecedented power, players cannot afford to treat transfers as games of brinkmanship. The window for redemption is open, but it won't stay that way forever. Every training session, every minute on the bench, every interaction with Alonso now carries weight far beyond the pitch. Will Ceballos choose to fight for his place with humility, or will he let pride write the final chapter of his Madrid story? The answer won't just define his season, it could determine whether he ever wears the white shirt again. This is more than transfer gossip. It's a cautionary tale for every player who mistakes leverage for leverage, and every fan who thinks the drama ends when the window closes. The real game is just beginning.